The philosopher French Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." Using argument as a foundation, focusing on the long term on why in life provides far more meaning than focusing on the short term or how. It is important to not lose sight totally of the short term, but too much focus given to the short-term view of life will turn life into an exercise in political rather than an experience in ambition. I am going to explain to you how viewing life in the long term is more beneficial than viewing life in the short term. As a student, we are all working towards to the long-term goal of graduating with our chosen degree. Doing some provides more meaning than steps needed to take in the process in the short term. If our only motivations were the small, short terms like walking to class or taking down notes, we will have absolutely no personal investment in our lives. However, by focusing on the long-term view of earning a degree, we are personally invested in our own futures. If I were to trap you in this room, you an almost meaningful goal will be to escape to the room, not the small goals that compress to the process. Untrying yourself, looking for a key, or calling for help will only be goals in that serve the long-term goal of escaping. Without the long-term goal in our minds, we would let the necessary drive and motivation which would be required when escaping a room. These some apply to life, while the short-term view should not be neglected totally. People needed to the long-term view to find meaning in life. The long-term inspire emotional investment, which provide us with the fuel need to persuade those long-term goals. Focusing on the long term can inspire hope and possibility, while focusing on the short term focus and unformatic considerably. Just as Nietzsche argues to focus on the why of a situation and not the how, focusing on the long term provides more meaning than focusing on the short term. If you do not know why you are doing something, you do not even need to worry about how you would go about doing that thing. The quote in the article is an excellent example of the agility that exists with respect to where humans find their motivation. We most focus on our long-term view before our short-term view, because doing the opposite will lead to extremely negative outcome. Without focusing on our long-term view, life will lose all meaning and become rude. Focusing on the why and not the how. Thank you.